Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of Upon This Rock. We've got quite a bit to get through today, so I'm going to start straight away. We have got roundup of games, roundup of transfer window, and the second leg of the EFL Cup semi-final with West Ham, as you can see on screen right about here. So let's get straight into the transfer update going into the last 4 or 5 days of the transfer window. I think I've done all my business, unless someone goes out very, very big, then we need to replace them pretty sharpish. But these are the people that have gone out, and these are the people that have come in. So as you can see on the right-hand side, 2 very big names have gone out of the club. Prisnel Kimpembe has gone out for £28 million to Manchester United. He came to me saying that he wanted to move to United if an offer came in. I then gave to United an ultimatum of £28 million. They came back and said, yes, please, thank you very much, we'll take him. So he is now gone. As has Marcus Llorente, purely because we brought in another midfielder with better quality and better potential as well, which I'll show you in 2 seconds. But Llorente, he's gone out on a loan to Crystal Palace, which we're going to get money for as well. But I've also stuck in there, if he plays 10 matches, he's already played 3, they have to buy him for £5.84 million. So, good bit of business for us there. With a player that we bought in for free, we're going to get nearly £6-7 million from him. It's a very, very good bit of business. I love Marcus Llorente. I think he plays fantastic player, well-rounded midfielder. But I just thought it was his time to move on and get someone else in. Also, a few players gone out on loan there, Townrow and Dale Doyle, just to get a little bit more experience. So, on to the ins, and we have bought Mike de Jong. He actually scored past us in the Champions League. He played so well in that game, I snapped him up. As you can see, he's a 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability if he reaches that promised land. Going to play him as a ball-winning midfielder. So marking, tackling, positioning, teamwork, work rate, determination, aggression, acceleration, strength and stamina, all very, very good. And he is a absolute demon so far. I've only played him in the FA Cup and in the cup competitions, FA Cup, EFL Cup, and he came on last game against Middlesbrough for about 10-15 minutes. All in all, very, very good, solid start to his career here at Peterborough United, and I think he could be a mainstay in the coming years. And then we brought in 2 defenders to replace Kimpembe, just because I'm thinking long-term into the summer, getting rid of people like Holding, and I think these 2 players can do the business. We've spent a lot of money on them. Nearly 18.75 million on a player called Scott Dupont, a Belgian player from Anderlecht, and very, very well-rounded. He's 2.5-star, but he has that potential of a 5-star. Another wonder kid that we've brought into the squad, and I think he'll be a very, very good player. 16 heading, marking and tackling need to be improved. They'll do that with the training that I've got him set on. His mentals is very, very good, but he's only 19, so they are always going to get better. Positioning, teamwork and work rate, all very, very good, and his physicals are fantastic for a 19-year-old. So, Scott Dupont, got him on for a rotation, got him for 18 million. I know he's only at 12 million now, but I think he'll get better and better and better. And then someone for the first team brought in from another Belgian team, but he isn't a Belgian. Victor Emmanuel from Standard Liège. And he, as you can see here, stats are absolutely phenomenal. 22-year-old Nigerian. Got him in for £24 million. That was his release fee. And as a central defender, he's got all the attributes that you need. So heading, marking, tackling, positioning, all the mental attributes, so anticipation, bravery, composure, concentration, and his physicals are absolutely phenomenal. I thought I'd lost him in the window because I think Atletico Madrid were coming in for him, but they pulled out and we have snapped him up. Victor Emmanuel, he will be the starting defender, probably alongside Komar or even Dupont in the coming weeks and months, because he is 3.5-star current ability, 4-star potential ability, and he will definitely get there. They are the ins and the outs. How do you think I've done? I know I've had to let Kimpembe go because he came and give me grief in the ear. But I brought in Mike de Jong, Scott Dupont and Victor Emmanuel. How do you think I've done? Leave me a comment in the comment sections below to see, just the way of whether I've done well or not in the transfer market. I feel I have. There's a lot more. There's massive players on the transfer list. Marco Asensio, Romelu Lukaku, and they're all going for really good prices. Lukaku at one point was going for 8 million, Asensio going for 11 million, but I held off just because I went for the youth. I went for the youth prospects, people that are going to really grow in the next 2 or 3 years for us. And this is how we have come about into this West Ham side. West Ham game. So last time we saw each other was the Man United Tottenham games, where we drew 0-0 with Tottenham and lost 3-1 to United. We then beat Derby 2-1. Fossum with 2 goals. Fantastic game for Ivor Fossum. We then played the FA Cup third round with a highly rotated side, as I can show you here. So a lot of youth players. Dupont played his first game for the club with a 7.0 rating, which is phenomenal. Josh Timon on that left back. He's playing absolutely awesome. 8.4 for him. Another assist. Another great ball in for Mokhtar Maya. He got 2 goals for him. Jason Cummings got another goal as well. Mike de Jong made his debut in this game as well. All in all, a very, very comfortable and very professional performance from the boys. We then had a West Ham double-header, really. One in the EFL Cup and one in the league. We beat them in the EFL Cup. So we go into this second leg 4-1 up on aggregate. Komar, Ivor Fossum and Mayer all scoring the goals. And Kasper Dolberg with them getting 1 goal back. Very, very strong side, as you can see here. Khalid and Meyer up top. Balak, Gould, De Jong came in as well. Fossum, Walker-Peters, Komar, Baldwin, Castro and Berkey. So a very strong side from us. Full strength, really, to be fair. But we go into the second leg with a 4-1 win. And we absolutely dominate them. As you can see here, 29 shots, 12 on target, 66% possession. They just were not up for it. And then in the league game, we got a clean sheet, even better, 3-0. Mokhtar Maya yet again popping up, playing Maya and Kalido up top at the minute because they're playing fantastically well as a pair. Santimina's dropped off a little bit yet again. And again, another full strength side. Gave him a rest in between the 2 games and it paid dividends really. Defence having an amazing game. Castro on an 8.2, Baldwin on an 8.8 and Komar on 8.5. They're going to give me massive selection headaches when Victor and Emmanuel can come back into the squad. And then we followed that up with a very, very good 1-0 win. We absolutely ground this out. 82nd minute, Andre Balak came up with the goods. As you can see here from the stats, a very, very tight game. I thought it was just going to peter out. I thought it was going to be one of them FM games that was going to peter out into a 0-0. Nothing really happening in the game. Made some changes in the mid on the 66th minute. Ward-Prowse, De Jong and Cummings all coming on. And it was a ball from the left-hand side from Walker-Peters in to the box. And Kalido knocked it down to Balak, running onto it to score the winning goal. And they always say if you can pick up wins when you're not playing particularly well, you're in very, very good form going forward. And that leaves us in the league, 3rd in the league. United and City have dropped off ever so slightly. United have actually lost 5 games this year. Some against, the teams that you probably might expect, so City and Tottenham. But they've also lost to people like West Ham and Middlesbrough. 4 out of the 5 losses have been away from home. City have also slipped up a little bit. So we've got a game in hand on both of those. So if we win that game in hand, we go 2 or 3 points behind the top side, which will be very, very interesting going into the latter stages of the season. So that is the roundup of the transfers and the games that you have missed out on. But we're going to go straight into this second leg now on the EFL Cup at the Olympic Stadium, and this will be the team that we're going to play. We're going to go for a very strong side. I'm going to go for the side that ground out that win against Middlesbrough. I'm going to go Berkey in goal, Walker-Peters, Komar, Baldwin and Dermot right back because Castro is out injured for a few days. I think he had a virus or something, so he'll be coming back for the next league game. We've got Gould, Escobar and Fossum in the midfield. Balak behind Kalido and Maya. As I said, Santimina's picked up an injury and he was out of form as well. I was playing Kalido and Maya in the as the front 2 before he picked up that injury. He's out for another 3 weeks. He's missed quite a chunk of the season so far. Victor Emmanuel doesn't play in this because he can't. I don't think he was registered in time after the scheduled date, so he might feature in the final. On the bench, Dupont, Timon, Fosu Mensah, Ward-Prowse, De Jong, Gribbin and Jason Cummings in on the bench. Let's get straight into it. It's the only game of today's episode. Let's make it a good one. So we're going into this 4-1 up on the first leg. Mokhtar Maya has got 8 goals so far in the EFL Cup. It's been his tournament, really. He's played really, really well. He's played himself into form and into the first team. So let's look at his stats. I mean, look at the attributes going up. Playing absolutely phenomenally well. 18 finishing, 15 composure. That composure continues to rise. Playing him as the advanced forward as well. So his off the balls going up. Work rates going up. Passing and heading are going up. Acceleration and balance are all going up. So all the attributes that he needs to be a fantastic advanced forward, it's paying dividends for us. In his first season, 19 appearances in the league and 5 goals. 6.96 average, which isn't the best, it's not the greatest, but it's not a bad one actually, to be fair. If you're knocking 7, you're pretty much playing really, really well. Who are they going to play? Because they played a little bit of a mixture of the first side and the reserves, really. And it looks like they're playing a lot of the reserves on the bench. And they've got Lanzini, they've got Alexic, who is a very, very good wonder kid in this game. I don't think he is in the game. Oh, he's at Partizan. So he's a very, very good player. Lanzini's always a good player. Getting on a bit now, 28. Oxford and Wallace at the back. Kamara in goal is a very good goalkeeper. And Faguli at the right back. So, yeah. All we need to do is just do a very professional job. We've got a good first leg lead, which is very, very nice. Just go out there and can take control of the tie. That's all we need to do. Let's crack on. Let's go straight out there. We will be playing, spoilers, we will be playing Chelsea in the final if we get through. Come on, boys. Let's get into the final. I'd like to win something. The last thing I won something was League One. I won League One way back in Season 1. That's all I've won so far, other than the manager awards and stuff like that. Now, Gerrard trying to get the ball over to Faguli, and Walker-Peters going to have to close him down. And is he going to do it? No, he jumps into the tackle, tries to get the ball in. João Carvalho is there, and that is 1-0 to the Hammers. Very, very quick break from the Hammers, and it's 1-0 after 8 minutes. Faguli Walker-Peters jumping in on the tackle, as you can see here. Let's have a look. Yeah, he jumps in on that tackle there. Faguli does him. Gerrard, I think, gets a little knock and just comes through to João Carvalho, and that is 1-0 to West Ham. 4-2 on aggregate. Reece now on that right hand side into Lanzini. Lanzini's going to have a little bit of a run down this left hand side into Reece, into Faguli, back to Reece, back to Carvalho, into Gerrard, back out to Wallace. He can hit them, but into Matrice, into Gerrard, and that is 2-0 to the Hammers. That's 4-3 on aggregate. Let's knock that down to standard. They're really coming at us in the first 15 minutes of this game, trying to close down the deficit. Matrice into Gerrard, and that's a lovely finish. Berkey. Little bit ropey there. 15 minutes gone. 2-0 to West Ham. Just going to encourage the boys because we've just come out with like a rabbit in headlights. We haven't really started the game at all. They're coming on us. 2-0. That's going to close out the first half. Maya and Kalido not having the best of games. And I'm going to absolutely rollick them. Not playing well at all. Those two boys up front should be doing a hell of a lot more than what they're doing. Let's get back out there for the second half. But it's an hour gone now. Reece into Lanzini, but Escobar is there. Don't do anything silly. He doesn't. Well, yeah, he doesn't. Kalido thought he'd given the ball away. Going to play through to Maya. Maya just needs to hold the ball up now. Let his teammates get round him. Into Fossum. Fossum back to Ballack. Ballack now into Kalido. Kalido is going to play it through. No, he's not. He's going to take a shot for Sundo Kalido. You can bet your house on him scoring a goal. 15th goal of the season. 2-1 now. 5-3 on aggregate. Wonderful goal from Kalido there. Fantastic vision. Ballack now into Kalido, lovely through ball, and he just holds off, and he lets rip. Bottom right hand corner, Kamara gets a hand on it, and it's 2-1 to West Ham, 5-3 on aggregate. We are still winning this tie. Let's make a few changes. Ballack, I'm going to bring him off for Ward-Prowse. Who else isn't looking the best? Maya's not having the best game. I'm going to bring Kalido up top, bring Maya off, and put Cummings in behind him, and Escobar is on a booking, so I'm going to bring Mike de Jong on as well. 14 shots for us, 8 for them. So fairly even. Ward-Prowse with a free kick, and he sticks it into the top right hand corner. James Ward-Prowse, first goal of the season. Wow, we're in February at the minute. It's his first goal of the season. 6-3 now, 2-all on the night, 6-3 on aggregate. Ward-Prowse, he steps up. Lovely free kick from James Ward-Prowse just after, just 20 minutes to go there. He pops that in, and it's 2-all. 15 minutes to go now. I think that rollick at half-time has really helped. Ward-Prowse whips the ball in into Comer. Can't get him, but Walker-Peters is going to pick up the ball. He's going to try and find someone in the middle. Yes, he does. Fossum into Ward-Prowse, into Kalido, out to Durm. Durm now is going to take on the left-back, but Witham gets in there and he pushes it forward to Matrice. Matrice now on this left-hand side. No one really going out to him. Going to find the ball in the middle. Lanzini is there, and that is 3-2 to West Ham on the night. 6-4 on aggregate to the Posh. It's a hell of a game. Absolutely humdinger of a game. Here we go, Matrice. No one really closing him down at all. He finds a lovely ball into Lanzini, who's coming in late, and he just nods it back past Berkey, and it's 3-2 to West Ham now. Another highlight. Just after West Ham scored, De Jong got the ball back from Walker-Peters. Walker-Peters just going to take his time into Ryan Gould, into Ward-Prowse, into Cummings. We've got a little bit of space there. Don't take a shot. He's going to try and find Kalido. Yes, he does. He takes a shot there. Lovely play there from the midfield and the forward too. But it doesn't come to anything. Matrice into Lanzini, into João Carvalho hits the post, and Komar gets clear. I've gone to concentrate. 1 minute left now. I think this is going to be... And there we go. West Ham 3, Peterborough United 2. We lose on the night, but we win on aggregate. That 4-1 win at home basically saved us going through into the EFL final. Oh, what a moment. Maya didn't have his best game, but Kalido did. 8.3 for Kalido, picking up the player of the match. What a game. Whew. Wow. So the next episode will be probably the biggest episode of the entire series. First leg against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. And then the EFL Cup final against Chelsea at Wembley. Our first final ever in this series. It will be very, very exciting. So do not miss it. But that is it for today's episode, guys. Please leave a like if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out on these two games here, Madrid and Chelsea. And until next time, I'll see you soon.